boys and girls, and welcome to Gordon Guitar. So this time we have Wish Wednesday, my favorite Wednesday in the week. Yeah, anyway, this one is from Skele, and his song is called Medicine. So this one has J. Cole M wished for, so I hope you will enjoy this one, especially you and all you Skele fans. So yeah, this is my gift to you. So let's start right away. We need to set our capo here on the 2nd fret. And this song is all about 3 different chords in the same chord progression through the entire song. And we have this cool melody going on back and forth during this song here. So let's start first with the chords. So the first one is A minor 7. Right, so that is open A, 2nd D, open G, 1st B, and open E. The next chord will be G, so that will be 3rd on E, 2nd on A, open D, open G, open B. This time, many times we go for the 3rd B, but this time open B, and finally 3rd E. And the final chord will be F. So you need to bar the 1st fret here, all strings, and the rest 3rd on A, 3rd on D, and 2nd on G. Alright, and I also want to give you the shorter version of F, since that is kind of the F we're gonna use for the melody later. And yeah, there's really no need for you to get the chord as it is. But I can give you that anyway, so you know what these notes are based off, but you will not need the full shorter F, so to speak. But this one will be 3rd on D, 2nd on G, 1st on B, and 1st on E. And this 1st B and E I usually bar with my index finger like this on these 2 strings. So that's the chord that is kind of the base for this picking, which I'm gonna show you. So let's start with the melody. So this song goes like A minor, 7, G, F, and F. That is the chord progression through the entire song. Okay, so we have this melody in the intro. Very easy. You just do it like this. Okay, so you take this A minor 7 and you actually add the 3rd fret here on the E string, this note, that is the G note. You do 1 downstroke and play these 2 notes. So downstroke with the 3rd on E on the A minor, like this, and then you add 1st fret on B string and open E. Okay, that's the 1st chord, and then we move on to G. For this one, you will play without the 3rd fret on the E, just in this intro here. So you just play a downstroke from the G chord, except from this 3rd E. You play that open, because you want to emphasize the open E string here. And then you add these 2 notes, and that is the open G and 1st B. And then you just do a downstroke from the big F, the full F with the bar chord here, and you're just gonna land on the B string, because you want to emphasize this note here, 1st fret on B string, which you have barred here with your index finger. So you land on this B and skip the E, like this. So that was the intro. A minor plus this 3rd fret on E string, then G without the 3rd fret on G on E, just with the open, then open G, 1st B, and then F, and you land on the B string. That is the intro. Then we have this melody which is going on in the song. And yeah, of course, based on the same chords, A minor 7, G, and F. So let's start with the A minor chord, the notes that belongs to A minor 7. That medley sounds like this. Right? So you play the open A string together with the 3rd fret E string in the top. So then comes the 2nd fret D string, the open G, the 1st B, the 2nd D, then you release and play the open E, back to 2nd D, and finally open G. Alright, so just to repeat this, open A together with 3rd E, and 2nd D, open G, 1st B, 2nd D, open E, 2nd D, and open G. Right, that is the A minor 7 part. Then we move to the G part. That part sounds like this. Alright. So you start with the 3rd fret on E string in the bass together with the open E string in the top. Like this. Then comes the open D, the open G, 1st B, open D again, 1st D, open D, and open G. That is the G chord parts. So just to repeat this one, 3rd E together with open E, then open D, open G, 1st B, open D, 1st B, open D, and open G. Right, then we have the F left, and we're gonna divide this one into 2 parts. Otherwise it will be too long to just go through. So this is actually 2 Fs in the end here. So the first part will sound like this. Right. So that is 3rd here on D string together with 1st on the B string. Then open G, and 3rd D, 1st B, 3rd D, open G, 3rd D, and open G again. Right, so we will repeat this first F here. 3rd D together with 1st B, open G, 3rd D, 1st B, 3rd D, open G, 3rd D, open G. So it's 3rd D, open G 2 times in the end here of this first F. So slowly it will be like this. Right? And then it continues with another F, and it goes like this. Alright, so that will be still the same chord here, and 3rd on D, open G, 3rd on D, 1st B, and then 3rd D, open G, 3rd D, open G. Okay, so to repeat this one, 3rd D, open G, third D, first B, third D, open G, third D, open G. So for this F chord here, both the first and second parts, you see there is a lot of third Ds and open Gs back and forth like this. So to play this F part together, both first and second parts, will sound like this, a little bit slower. Alright, so that is the magic melody here for Skele's Medicine. So I'm gonna take you through this melody a little bit slower, and then we're gonna see if we can speed up the standard tempo. So let's go. So that is how this Medicine Skele melody goes. Alright, so when we have that part, we will also need to go through a strumming pattern. And that is the only two parts we need for this entire song. And then we're just gonna go through what parts you're gonna play, the strumming or the melody. So the strumming will be like this. I'm gonna show with the A minor 7 since that is the first chord. So that is one round. It is down, up, clap, up, down, up. So the first part is down, up, clap. Right? Down, up, clap. And then it continues with up, down, up. So you can imagine that the clap will be a down, so to speak. So if you imagine that, it will be just alternating down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay? So down, up, clap, up, down, up. Alright. So if you have this in a context with this chord progression, it will be one round for A minor 7, one round for G, and one round for F. And for this strumming, you will like to use the full F, the bar chord, not the shorter one. This is better for the strumming. All right. So one A minor, one G, one F, and that goes like this. So now when we have this, we can go through the different parts for this song. So we had this intro, we just went through that in the beginning of this tutorial, and then it starts immediately with a chorus. Okay, so for the first two chord progression rounds, it will be just this melody and so on. So the first two chord progressions, melody. Then the next 4 rounds, because this first course is about 6 rounds, so the next 4 rounds you can choose to play the melody, continue with that one, or do the strumming. So first 2 melody and the next 4 melody or strumming. And that takes us to the first verse. In the lyrics I said I give him everything, but everything meant nothing. So that is where the first verse starts. So the first two rounds, chord progression rounds in this first verse will be the melody or the strumming. And the next two will be just the melody. Okay, so in total 4 rounds. First two melody strumming, next two just the melody. And that takes us to a second verse. And in the lyrics, I still think of every word you said to me. So the first two rounds will be the melody still, and the next 2 rounds will be the melody or the strumming. So in total 4 rounds for the second verse. And then we have a second chorus. This one is much shorter. It's about 2 rounds, melody or strumming. And that followed by a third verse. It will be played in the same way. So melody or strumming there. So 2 rounds of both these choruses. And then we have just an outro part left. This one is about 5 rounds in total of this chord progression. So the first round will be melody strictly. The next 2 rounds, that means round number 2 and 3, will be melody or strumming. And the final 2 rounds, that means round number 4 and 5, will be just the melody. And that is how Skele's song Medicine ends. So I hope you enjoyed this, especially you, J. Cole M. I hope you enjoy this tutorial and give it a try with this melody. It's very kind of powerful and pretty easy for what it gives you. So do it, give it a half an hour or good hour. So I believe you can manage to handle this one. And for all you Skele fans, I hope this was good for you. See you soon, guys. Don't forget, play tuned.